Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Hey everybody! All right, so we're so excited to be here. I am going to talk a little bit more about maybe some shorts you had seen me on Facebook or Instagram. And what I talked about is this, like, if you have this thought in your head that maybe somebody doesn't like you, or, that people hate you. And what happens is that our brains have evolved to always protect us. And so our brain thinks that it needs to save you. So what it does is it looks for every little thing. So literally, I've worked with people who at times maybe in their childhood have had situations on the playground where kids were mean. And then they go into their workplace and they start to notice when other people are maybe whispering or something like that. And those people may be whispering about their work, the client they're speaking of, and confidentiality, right? That they aren't necessarily speaking about you, but the brain wants to protect you. So they're like, whoa, high alert, look over there, 1040, they're whispering. And from your childhood, maybe you went through a traumatic event where some girls were whispering or boys whispering, and that creates this fight or flight within you. And it creates that anxiety and that panic and that spiraling role of like, people don't like me and things like that. And the thing is that a lot of times what we do in our life is that we think about the things that we're missing, the things that aren't a part of our life, or the things that we think that we should have, or the things that are going wrong. We end up going to sleep thinking about the things that are going wrong. And what happens then is that we actually attract more of those negative things in our life. We're training our brains like, oh my gosh, this is dangerous. Then we have anxiety because our body is pumping us up to, fight, flee, or run, or whatever it needs to do to protect. But the thing, again, there is no real lion in our world. It's just that chronic stress that we're going through, or the chronic anxiety that you're being experienced. And so what I want you to recognize that is if you keep reflecting on these thoughts about what's missing in your life, what's wrong in your life, you're going to keep attracting that because your brain is going to be looking for that. Your brain is going to be like, okay, where is it? I need to find it for them. I need to find it to keep her safe, to alert her, but it's actually not helpful. And you actually keep reminiscing about that, but it keeps coming back up in your life. And so what I really want you to focus on, I want you to focus on what you want in your life. What is it that you want? What isn't that you want to see more and more in your life? And when we start to bring those thoughts in there, it eases us because it's our dream, it's our imagine. And then what's going to happen is that those things that were really bothering you, you're not going to notice them as much. And maybe they're not going to be happening as much because we're not attracting that. And so the goal is to acknowledge that this is what your brain is doing for you, and that you really, really want to just start focusing on, what do you want to desire in your life? What do you want to be a part of your life? And let's start doing that to change our life. See you next time.
Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.